5 times LeBron James sought revenge. This nigga LeBron is the GOAT.
At you, do you keep your head and perform at the level you do?
For me, I can't worry about what everybody say about me. I'm LeBron James from Akron, Ohio, from the inner city. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm blessed. So what everybody say about me off the court don't matter. I ain't got no words.
That brother cooking.
It's commonly believed that LeBron James does not possess the killer instinct on the basketball court. We all acknowledge that he's an obvious all-time great player, but he's constantly accused of not being an assassin like your MJs or Kobe's of the world. And he doesn't seem to live up to some of his promises.
Alright, let's start with the LeBron hate. Number 1, I can never call this dude an assassin. He is 39 years old. Whenever in NBA history have you ever witnessed a 39-year-old still expect to drop 30 points? He's breaking the laws of physics basketball terms. This nigga is literally the greatest athlete of all time. He is number 1. There's no debate.
Time to deliver, but at least it shows that he does have that fire inside him somewhere. It just takes a little bit longer to light it. And you're sadly mistaken if you think he doesn't turn into an absolute beast when pissed off. So here's 5 times when LeBron did execute on those vendettas. When LeBron first came into the league, he immediately produced big-time numbers as an 18-year-old, and the list of players who were able to have an immediate impact in the NBA is extremely short. He managed to lead the Cavs to the NBA Finals at the very young age of 22, showing early signs of his greatness. But as the years went by, he just couldn't capture the trophy. So after yet another disappointing season, he took his talents to South Beach in the summer of 2010 to join up with Wade and Bosh in Miami. And he had the right to do whatever he wanted, but many were not too happy about the way he made his decision. Cavs fans were livid.
And we've supported him for 7 years now, and for him to go on there and drag us through the mud for 7 years and stab us in the heart, he deserves everything he gets. I hope he never wins anything in Miami. He is dead to me.
But perhaps the person most bothered by this was Cavs owner Dan Gilbert. And as soon as he heard that James was out of there, he wrote Cavs fans a letter. Quote, I personally guarantee that the Cleveland Cavaliers will win an NBA championship before the self-titled former king wins one. You can take it to the bank.
Hey, you owe the entire city of Cleveland, Ohio, all your money. That's all I'm gonna say. You owe everybody an apology and $2,000.
Also, he went on to call James a disloyal coward. And of course, LeBron would never forget what Dan said. And I'm sure his first game back in Cleveland was circled on his calendar way in advance.
100%.
I've been around basketball for 25 to 30 years and have never seen an electricity in a building and the intensity in the building for a regular season game. This feels like the NBA Finals right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel like LeBron James has been the only player in NBA history who could withstand the entire pressure of everyone, bro. Niggas thought he was gonna be the next LeBron. Yes, he didn't win 6 championships in a row, but he got 4. Like, bro, he is the scoring champion. He is number 1 in most points ever in the NBA. He's leading the NBA in scoring. Well, not like regular season, but overall. Like, he's really an exceptional human being, and I feel like everyone's taking it for granted how nice he is, bro. Like, there will never be another LeBron James again. Victor Wembanyama will not be LeBron James. Nobody can be a LeBron James. The perfect athlete. Like, it's
even if
crazy,
he was
bro.
wrong for the way he handled his free agency, I can only imagine the kind of things they were yelling at him.
The hard R. The hard R. Look, bro, and imagine hearing that in your ear and said, you know what? I'm gonna drop 35. Like, I'm gonna cook y'all niggas. Like, can you imagine that, bro? Can you imagine that? Nobody, like, how can I say this in a way that y'all can understand? Everyone loves Michael Jordan. Everyone hates LeBron James. Tell me I'm lying, chat. Everyone loves Michael Jordan. Everyone. Even the team he will go against, everyone would cheer for Michael Jordan. Everyone hates on LeBron James. Why? Because he has withstand everything. Longevity. Nigga said he was never gonna win a ring. Won a ring. He sucks at defense. Nigga, defense. He's gonna get injured and still rolling. At 35, he's retiring. Nigga, 39,000 years old. What can't he not do? What can't he not do? He's that nigga, bro. Stop him. You can't.
It must have hurt a little bit to be treated like that.
Hell no.
But he did not let it affect his play.
No, he did not.
Probably didn't really know what he was stirring up by making that move. James with a beautiful
Tough layup.
move. Wow. Now at the point, Joel Anthony has checked in for Miami. Here is James drilling it.
Fade away.
Gibson guarding LeBron James, and LeBron makes it 14 straight points.
The fans would have liked to see their team compete a little bit harder than that, as Miami blew them out, showing just how dangerous the revamped Heat are gonna be.
Look at that nigga
for
smiling, bro.
years to
He's smiling while everybody was bullying him, calling him the hard art, everything. If a nigga smiling like that in the league, coming into the going against his former team, bro, you were never gonna win.
All season long, LeBron was on a mission to prove that he made the right decision. And when the playoffs came along, he turned up the heat even more, destroying each opponent in 5 games, and even killed 2 birds with 1 stone on his way to the finals.
The Celtics, right?
The Chicago Bulls
D-Rose,
in
yeah.
the Eastern Conference Finals, and the feel-good story of the MVP, Derrick Rose. It was said that the MVP snub didn't sit well with LeBron, as he came in 3rd place in the MVP race, which only gave him more fuel to dominate. He led the team.
Yo, did that nigga just punch him? Wait, go back.
Gave him more fuel to dominate.
That nigga punched you pretty hard. Oh nah, this nigga LeBron James was cracked. This nigga LeBron James was on another different level. For a nigga to use his full force, punch you straight in the chest, and you yeah. I wouldn't want to go against LeBron James. Me? Hell no.
He led the team in all categories.
Hell no.
And on top of that,
no, sir.
James played outstanding defense on the so-called MVP all series long.
No, sir.
And capped it off with this to seal the victory.
The Miami Heat have come from behind to defeat the Chicago Bulls 83-80.
So all he needed was to win one more round to complete his ultimate revenge journey. But unfortunately,
oh my god, I forgot, bro. This nigga young OG Dirk was just Dirk.
As they fell to the Mavericks in 6 games, and Dan Gilbert must have been thrilled.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
But last time I checked, he didn't quite hold up his end of the bargain either. The Cavs were nowhere close to competing for a championship, getting the #1 pick instead. And Gilbert definitely did not win the head-to-head battles either. Throughout the 4 years LeBron was in Miami, the Heat faced the Cavs a total of 14 times, and James got the W 13 times out of those 14 matchups against his former team. Cleveland almost got lucky enough to steal a second game from the Heat in 2013, but they collapsed in the second half.
LeBron pull up 3. It's good. And Miami has tied the game at
he does the famous
As the Miami Heat captured multiple titles, the Cavs kept finding themselves at the bottom of the league, and even some fans knew it was hopeless without him, practically begging him to come back.
Yeah, 3 by LeBron and an assist to LeBron. And look at this, a crazy fan has run out onto the court.
He said he missed me and come back, please. And I didn't have much time to say much to him because the security got to him. But I patted him on the head.
Eventually,
nah, bro. Imagine getting sunned by LeBron James. As a man, bro, I would take that. You feel me? If LeBron James comes to me, bro, I'm 21. LeBron James comes to me, hey, what's good, little boy? I'm gonna look at him like, Dad.
LeBron did return to Cleveland, and the city couldn't have been happier.
Bro, because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous,
but
bro.
this time made sure to show their appreciation for their king. Throughout his postseason career, LeBron has faced multiple teams multiple times, but Boston might have gave him the most fits. 2008 Eastern Conference Finals, the Celtics put together a big three. James and his Cleveland Cavaliers were clearly outmatched, but they still were able to
100%.
force a Game 7. LeBron and Paul Pierce were going at each other, fighting to stay alive. LeBron got the best of Pierce from an individual standpoint, but Pierce and the Boston Celtics got the victory, closing out the series in Game 7. 2 years later, they would
Hold on, chat. OG calling me. My bad, child. Let's continue. Oh. I was talking to my dad. He's still in the hospital and stuff. But yeah, let's continue, child. We good. Let's continue. Oh, there you go.
Yet again in the 2010 Eastern Conference semifinals, and this time Cleveland were a much better team.
What's going on, Corey? How you doing?
Previously, claiming the top seed in the East. At one point, the Cavs had a 2-1 lead in the series, but Boston would then win 2 in a row, putting LeBron in a win-or-go-home situation.
God damn.
James would get himself a nice triple-double, but it wasn't enough to win the game, as they were sent home once again, which led to LeBron seeking for more help, so something like this would not happen again. And the very first opponent the Miami Big Three faced in the regular season happened to be the Boston Celtics, but yet again, it was more of the same. LeBron and D-Wade lost opening night to the Celtics. Just like they both did in the 2010 playoffs individually. It looked like Boston was their kryptonite until the 2011 Eastern Conference semifinals came along. Miami's chemistry was clicking on all cylinders by the time the postseason arrived, and they straight up handed it to the Celtics, destroying them in 5 games. And Boston had no right to complain about LeBron joining up with a stronger squad, or else it would have been very hypocritical.
It would be hypocritical. We have Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen.
Then 1 year later in the 2012 playoffs, they once again ran into the Celtics.
Oh yeah.
This time the stakes were even higher.
Got fried.
The Eastern Conference Finals. Miami jumped to a 2-0 lead to start things off. Then the Celtics took the next 2 games. But wait, Boston would win Game 5 as well, placing LeBron in a stressful position that no one wants.
That face right there, chat. If you know, you know. That face right there. That face right there is the reason why we call him the GOAT. The GOAT. That face right there, boy. He said, I'm down 3-2. Say less, my boy. Say less.
Down 3-2, facing elimination. And that kind of pressure was probably the best thing that could have happened, because he delivered one of his best performances in his career, dropping 45 points to force a Game 7, securing a win that was extremely important.
What was my mentality going into Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics? My mentality was like, if we lose, Pat Riley may break us all up. And I don't want that.
May I?
Ultimately, the Heat would prevail in Game 7 as LeBron once again put a beating on the Celtics. And to this day, it looks like that bad blood still exists.
Man, listen, let me say something to you. The C's, we didn't give a fuck about LeBron.
Liar. LeBron whooped y'all niggas' asses, wiped y'all clean off the face of the earth. Cry about it, bald ass nigga.
Fear LeBron, and we didn't think that he can beat all 5 of us. And that's how it felt.
Yeah, but he did.
The Golden State Warriors were another team who gave LeBron a hard time. When LeBron returned to Cleveland in 2014, he believed the journey to delivering the Cavaliers a championship would be a smooth ride. But suddenly, out of nowhere, the Warriors were making some noise of their own, and Steph became the talk of the NBA, and LeBron noticed. So in the 2015 NBA Finals, he looked to put a stop to all the Golden State love that was going around. And despite losing Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, he showed that he was still the king of the league. He somehow carried the Cavs to a 2-1 lead in the series, but once Golden State made some adjustments and put Andre Iguodala on LeBron, that was the turning point of the series. Then
they called this nigga the LeBron stopper. Like what? They called him the LeBron stopper.
The Warriors went up 3-2, which made LeBron
hurry,
feel
bro.
like
That babyface demon.
You feel a lot less pressure this finals run just because you are undermanned?
Nah, I feel confident because I'm the best player in the world. It's simple.
Golden State was looking to close out the series in Game 6 on the Cavaliers' home floor, and that's what happened, winning their first title in 40 years. And at the podium, they wanted to remind us who they believe the best player really was.
Curry.
It just feels good to say, you know, we're the best team in the world with the best player on the world. This man sitting next to my right, so.
Fast forward.
Stephen Curry is the best guard of all time.
to the next season, the Warriors were excited to visit Cleveland for the first time since hoisting the trophy, and Steph couldn't hold it in. Quote, obviously, walking into that locker room, it'll be good memories. Hopefully, it still smells a little bit like champagne. And that comment quickly made its way to the Cavaliers, and they found it very disrespectful for him to say that, especially LeBron James. When LeBron was answering media questions after a shoot-around, he was kinda surprised that no one asked him his opinion on Curry's champagne comment. Well, maybe they were too scared to ask him, but they did eventually get around to it, and James simply said, I'll have an answer for it. Now, let's jump straight to the 2016 NBA Finals.
This should be the best revenge of all time. Brother was down 3-1. LeBron King James, Mr. Bat himself, down 3-1. Comeback of eternity, nigga. Greatest playoff matchup in history, nigga. Michael Jordan can never have that. He never had a best playoff matchup in history, nigga. LeBron James, Stephen Curry, 2016 NBA Finals was the best finals of all time, nigga. I said what I said. I stand on business. Fuck is you talking about?
More shots would be fired. As you know, the Warriors were looking more dominant than ever. They were fresh off a record-breaking 73-9 season, and all they needed was the trophy to
Klay Thompson was annoying as shit, bro. He was just a catch and shoot god.
Lead in the series, it basically looked over until Klay Thompson opened his mouth. You see, when Draymond Green got into a little altercation with LeBron in Game 4, LeBron didn't really like what Draymond called him. Quote, Draymond just said something that I don't agree with. I'm all cool with the competition, but some of the words that came out of his mouth were a little bit overboard.
And niggas was expecting him to like beat Michael Jordan and choke him to death. No! That's what y'all want him to be. Y'all want him to be Michael Jordan. Y'all want him to be loved. No, he said I'm gonna be hated. This nigga is the most hated NBA player of all time. I've never seen an NBA player that's been hated more than LeBron James. He has the expectation and the hatred that they have at the same time. Yes, it has to be him, bro. KD, everybody hated him because he's a bitch ass nigga. He did a bitch nigga move. But everybody hated LeBron for no reason. They just hated him because they know he called himself he was the greatest player of all time. He was gonna be better than Michael Jordan, and look what he's done. The expectation and the hatred combined together into one big cloud that reigned him for over 20 years. And look how good he's still going, bro. He's that nigga.
Ultimately, Draymond would be suspended for Game 5, and that gave the Warriors the feeling that LeBron tried to get Draymond suspended on purpose, just for his benefit. And Klay had to express how he felt.
I mean, guys talk trash in this league all the time. You know, I'm just kind of shocked some guys take it so personal. I've heard a lot of bad things on that court, but at the end of the day, it stays on the court. We're all competitive people. I don't know how the man feels, or people have feelings and people's feelings get hurt even if they're called a bad word. I guess his feelings just got hurt.
And yet again, it made its way to LeBron.
What did you say Klay said?
Klay said, I guess he just got his feelings hurt.
When you had that nigga with the little crummy crumbs in the head laughing like that, you was in trouble. That nigga was gonna drop 55.
Oh my goodness.
And from that point on, LeBron had enough. Everything built up over time, and the beast was unleashed.
Oh man, chills, bro. Chills down my spine.
LeBron played possessed
chills,
ever since
bro.
Klay's comment and delivered
Black Bike James. Come on now.
Cleveland, this is for you. Oh.
And in the following season, he was the one taking the personal jabs. Now, Klay wasn't the only one who thought that Steph was the best player in the world at that time. 2016 Eastern
that big
Conference
booty Kyle Lowry,
the Toronto Raptors taking on the Miami Heat. It was very competitive throughout the entire series, which led to a Game 7. And when it was all said and done, the Raptors just wanted it more, advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals, pretty much robbing us from an epic battle that would have been D-Wade versus LeBron. But Toronto got the job done. They were set to play the Cavs in the conference finals. And here's what
first of all, LeBron James owned the Canadian Raptors. He owns them, bro. He owns them. Like, LeBron James owns the Toronto Raptors. He owns them. Nigga, they have yet to win Eastern Conference final ever.
Larry had to say about that
until LeBron James left the East. LeBron owned the East.
Awfully tough to beat. What are you most looking forward to?
Just the opportunity to play against those guys. You know, LeBron's probably one of the best players in the league besides Steph.
Okay, even if Steph was the best player momentarily, Lowry should have known that LeBron was probably sitting at home on his couch watching that post-game interview. So why even bother saying such a thing?
You niggas are ass. I say that right. You niggas weren't gonna be LeBron. Are you fucking stupid? You wasn't gonna be LeBron.
Maybe he
They had
wanted
no
LeBron
chance
to know that they were not scared at all. Either way, he probably should have just kept that opinion to himself, because ever since that comment, there's been nothing but total domination whenever LeBron goes up against Toronto.
I remember that clip.
The Cavs eliminated the Raptors in that series. Then,
Come
the
on!
following year in 2017, the Cavs swept them, and LeBron didn't even take them seriously at all.
Absolutely
he was just
not.
messing around all series long, spinning the ball in the middle of possessions, and
Frying them
jokingly
niggas, bro.
drinking beer during dead balls. But the next year, in 2018, Toronto really believed that this was the year they were finally going to knock off Cleveland. But yet again,
I
they
remember
were
that game
swept,
winner too,
and
nigga. He
LeBron
threw that
was
shit.
unstoppable.
Game.
Definitely changing their minds on who the best
Game.
really is.
Just like that. Just like that.
That guy's pretty good.
Oh, he's pretty good now.
So at the end of the day, you know, like I always say, to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Oh, he's pretty good now, chat. I thought he wasn't the best.
Fell to the.
Don't disrespect my
team
king.
that's made it to the finals the last 3 years.
If we had LeBron on our team too, we would have won.
The Raptors
too bad.
admitted that LeBron was the reason they couldn't get out of the East.
Facts.
It's taken a long time to get here in my career. 13 years, 7 years here. I've ran into one guy for a while, and you know we were given an opportunity. He left.
We all remember that fadeaway three-pointer LeBron
Disgusting,
drilled on
bro.
February 6th,
Disgusting.
2017. Our jaws dropped to the floor, just like this young lady's did, who just so happens to be Bradley Beal's girlfriend. That shot forced overtime, where the Cavs ultimately won the game.
LeBron really took your bitch with that shot. Ain't that crazy? LeBron took his bitch with that shot. He turned around, took his bitch. That's crazy.
Everyone was talking about this
If
game
my
the
girlfriend opens her jaw like that for another man hitting a shot like that, we're breaking up, divorced, and I'm putting her on child support. Why is your mouth dropping for another man? What? Fuck out of here,
and
bro.
Even John Wall, who was on the losing side, said this, quote, LeBron made a heck of a shot that you probably make 1 in a million times, but LeBron didn't see that as praise. He took it as an attack. Quote, not 1 in a million for me, maybe somebody else. But hold on, things were just getting started. Fast forward to the beginning of the next season. Despite what LeBron did to them earlier that year, the Washington Wizards were confident that they were the team to beat in the Eastern Conference. And those delusions stemmed from the success they had in the previous season. The Wizards made it all the way to Game 7 of the second round in the 2017 playoffs, which somehow made them believe that they took the next step and should now be considered the top team in the East. Here's Beal, quote, for us, we have all of our pieces. We got our core back together. We've got playoff experience. There's really no excuse for us not to take the next step. I feel like we're the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Now, you can say that there was nothing really wrong with Beal's comments.
What the? Wait, play that back one more time?
Now, you can say
How is that
there
even
was
possible?
nothing really wrong with Beal's comments, but John Wall made things a little more interesting. Wall said that LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers
360?
were scared of them, and he felt that the Cavs...
What's up with these niggas just opening their yappers, my nigga? Who is scared of you? LeBron James is scared of, you, nigga? Stop it, bro. I'm telling you right now, like I said, LeBron James is still, in my opinion, top 5 best player of all time. hypothetically top 3, and the only reason he's not top 3 is because the nigga ain't scoring like he used to. He's averaging 23 point something, but the nigga's 39 averaging 23. The nigga's still playing like he's in year 6. It's year 2021, bro. What the fuck? He's nice, bro. He's
lost games
nice
to avoid a second round matchup with them. Quote, I think if you look at last year, people might say they did or they didn't, but I think they didn't want the #1 seed for a reason, because we would have played them in the second round. I think we just give them the best matchup problems out of any team.
Delusion.
So early on in the 2017-18 NBA season, they would get a chance to prove that they really are the best on national television. Going into that game, the Cavs were on a 4-game losing streak and haven't really gelled yet because they had a ton of new guys on the team. And many people questioned why the Cavs looked so uninterested to start the season. But heading into that night, LeBron was more than energized.
And short time, I don't know if he stepped on somebody's James.
At one!
Last little English, and the Cavaliers with a 9-5 lead.
A one! Baby food!
It was clear that James was out to bully them on their home court. It was almost too obvious that James wanted to send them a message.
James all the way and the finish.
And by the end of the game, the Wizards were left demoralized as he put up crazy numbers across the board. 57 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. At that point, LeBron hasn't taken that many shot attempts in over a decade, and I'm pretty sure it was not a coincidence that he went off like that.
And when guys like John Wall or Brad Beal are saying things like, we're the best team in the East, or the Cavs didn't want to play us in the playoffs
Stop dick writing.
How much do you think?
I'm not a dick writer. I'm a humongous LeBron James supporter in his legacy. He is literally cooking. That's why he's better. You're 400 pounds. I don't want to hear you.
Hear that kind of stuff.
We ducked the team that what happened again? They're right. They are the best team in the East.
I'm like, what, bro?
How you doing? I love DC. I had to do what I had to do to help.
Yeah, nigga had to do what he had. The king said he had to do what he had to do. Period, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? He had to do what he had to do.
I ain't about losing. Y'all
yeah, you're talking.
You know me for a long time in this league. I ain't about losing, so.
Alright guys, I hope this video was able to
W
show you
video,
that
bro.
LeBron does have that killer mentality somewhere in him. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Like, bro, he's fucking nice. He's just nice. He's just nice, bro. Hey, chat, look, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, you know what I'm saying? Because I gotta go. I gotta go to work. I love you guys. W stream. Shout out to all of y'all who followed. I'm gonna give y'all shout outs right now, matter of fact, right before we end it. Shout out to Kiernis2K, Just Quincy, Plug Talker, Kindred, Hazardous, Sauce Boy, Joe Ladu 915, Vigor Cuff Give It a Goo, HBK Low, One Note, T1420, Smoked, Certified, and Brother. Appreciate all y'all for the follow. I love y'all. I see y'all tomorrow. Peace.